I am convinced that Thierry Henry was an alien. When I used to watch him play, it felt like he could literally slow down time. I've watched this man pass the ball 40 yards to himself on a football pitch. And I haven't just seen him do it once, I've seen him do it multiple times. As a Liverpool fan, I was on the receiving end of so many Thierry Henry brilliant moments, but he would come on as a substitute, pick the ball up in the centre of the park, pass it 40 yards to himself, and then score. He done it against Real Madrid in the Champions League. He done it on so many occasions that it seemed to me that he was playing on a different time frame than everyone else. It was almost like he could move in slow motion. Even his goals, and we're going to take a look at some of his goals in a sec, and some of the things that people said about him, including his colleagues, Arsene Wenger, and people who played with him. Some of his goals can't be explained any other way. There's a specific goal I'm thinking about, and it was against Sparta Prague, and this is the goal. And granted, this video is in slow motion, so of course it looks like he's on his own time. But look at the movement in the video, look at the movement and the goal, and the forward thinking and the anticipation and the skill, and just watch this work of art in progress. This is against Sparta Prague. I think it might have been 2006. This is just vintage Thierry Henry, and it's in slow motion. Picks the ball up, controls it, turns, does a 360. Everyone else is trying to defend, and Henry somehow finds the bottom corner with the outside of the foot. I mean, look at that. That is just, look how much time this man has got on the ball at this point. It's almost like everyone else. What I always compare him to is it's like he's got a map of the pitch mapped out in his head. Like, remember when you used to play Battleships? I don't know if you played Battleships, but when you used to play Battleships, you'd place on the map, and you'd have a version of the map in your head, and you'd have to guess where the ship was. Thierry Henry sort of had his own map in his head, and he knew where everyone was, every defender was, and it always just seemed like he knew the next move before everyone else. That to me is what he played like. And like I said, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I've never been an Arsenal fan. But some players transcend football clubs, and Thierry Henry is one of those players. And no matter how much time you watch him, and I think people forget these days, some people forget how good he actually was. Even though to me, he's still probably one of the greatest signings, if not the greatest signing in Premier League history. Some say Mo Salah is now up there with him because of what he's achieved. 2 Premier Leagues, better goal record than Henry, better assist record. But Thierry Henry will never not be in that conversation for me. He was an outstanding footballer, and we're going to take a look at what some of his colleagues and some of the people who played with him said about him, because I like to get the perspective of people who played with the best players in the world, not just some random YouTuber with a baldy head like you see in this video. I like to see, what do the professionals think? What do the people who were closest to him think about him? This is a video by T414 Comps. I think this is a Thierry Henry fan channel, and this is a couple of people talking about him, a couple of clips of him. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this video because it's just fair use. But let's see what they've got to say. Starting with Michael Owen.
At the time, playing in that era, I was looking at him thinking, if I want to be the best, if I want to win the Golden Boot, how am I ever going to compete with that? He's just bigger, faster, more skillful. He was everything. Whereas a lot of the other players
look at the way he moved.
Were amazing players, don't get me wrong, but you always felt, well, yeah, I can score the goal he scored, or I could. Thierry Henry, you just couldn't match.
No, you couldn't match him. And this is Michael Owen, who's a Ballon d'Or winner. Did Thierry Henry win a Ballon d'Or? Let me just check. Did Thierry Henry win a Ballon d'Or? I don't even think he did. No, Thierry Henry never won the Ballon d'Or. Nedved won it in 2004. 2003. 2004 was Kaka. 2005 was... or 2005 might have been Kaka. He finished 4th in 2004. So he never won a Ballon d'Or. And this is Michael Owen, who won the Ballon d'Or in 2001, I believe, saying that Thierry Henry was always the standard, and he was. I'm absolutely shocked that he didn't win a Ballon d'Or. I think what that comes down to is not winning the Champions League. Although Michael Owen didn't win the Champions League, he did win the treble though, including a UEFA Cup. So maybe that's why he won it in that season, and he was instrumental in every game. But maybe it's the Champions League thing. Maybe that's why Thierry Henry didn't win a Ballon d'Or. Let me know in the comments why you think Thierry Henry didn't win a Ballon d'Or, because he won an invincible Premier League, which I don't think anyone, he was a part of the only team to ever do that. And he was instrumental in that. So I don't know why he didn't win a Ballon d'Or. But Michael Owen saying that, how am I ever going to match this? And I personally believe that Michael Owen is half the player Thierry Henry was. Thierry Henry had so much more longevity. He was more skillful, like Michael Owen said from his own words. He was more skillful, he was stronger, he was faster, and he was just the complete footballer. Although I didn't see him score many goals with his head. Arsenal fans, if you're watching this video, let me know if Thierry Henry scored many goals with his head. Let's see what else Michael Owen's got to say.
And I was coming through and I was saying, I'm going to make it. And I won the Golden Boot at 17, won it again at 18. And then Thierry Henry came over and I looked at him and thought, I'm never going to win one of those again either.
Thierry, best player in Premier League history for you?
Yes.
I played against a few of these players. Cristiano Ronaldo, what he went on to do. I played against Drogba, Wayne Rooney, a little bit Shearer at the end. In the main, you had good games against them. They had good games against you, but it was a battle. And Thierry is the one player on that list who made me feel completely inferior, that I couldn't cope really going into the game.
Oh my
God. I never felt like that before about it, coming up against a player.
Because the physicality, because of the skill, what was it?
All of it.
Look at that
best
goal.
Player you...
This is what I was saying before about when I said that Thierry Henry passed. I remember once he got subbed on against Liverpool. I think it was at Highbury, and he came on and he won the game himself. He picked the ball up in the centre of the park and he passed it to himself. He ran through about 4 players, I think, including Jamie Carragher, and then he scored. And he literally picked the ball up and just ran past people, and they just could not stop him. Like, there's only a few players who can do that. Lionel Messi can do it. Cristiano Ronaldo could do it. Fernando Torres had a brief spell of being able to do that. Thierry Henry Kaka could do it as well, where you may as well have not even been on the pitch, because he was going to completely embarrass you. And he didn't just beat the opposite players, he completely embarrassed the other players. Let's see who this is.
You've played with, you're not
Fabregas.
Lionel Messi.
I'll go for Thierry Henry.
Thierry, I think, together with Lionel Messi, they are the two players that I felt much stronger when I was on a football pitch. It's like saying, okay, this could not be my day, the team could not play well, etc. But you know you'll always have
There's that
Thierry
goal.
there to save the day. And there were games that the later part of my career, let's say the last 8 to 10 years, I didn't feel that any game was easy. Okay, maybe when I was playing with Leo, yeah, you can feel the confidence that, okay, he will make something special. But also with Thierry, when we were in the tunnel at Highbury, stepping into the pitch, it's difficult to explain because I don't want it to sound weird or arrogant or anything, but I just felt I knew we were going to win. That was the
Yeah, aura. He had the aura where he was just, you knew you were going to win. When you were facing Thierry Henry in his prime, he, as a opposition player, as an opposition fan, we thought Thierry Henry is 100% going to score in this game. That's what it was like. It was inevitable. It was just like, he is definitely going to score in this game, because it wasn't a case of even will he get near the goal, because you knew he was faster than everyone on the pitch. He was better than everyone on the pitch, and his finishing was just out of this world. So it was never a case of like, is he going to get chances? It was like, he's going to score, so we need to score more. And that's how you had to beat that Arsenal team. You had to score more than them, because if Thierry Henry was in the starting lineup in that yellow kit, oh my God, it was just, the game was almost over. Like, you had to score 2. That's how you had to beat Arsenal. You had to score 2, because Thierry Henry would at least get 1, at least. And it was the same with like Fernando Torres for Liverpool in his prime, Luis Suarez for Liverpool in his prime. Like, it was just that ilk of player where they're so influential. Like, he is going to score, and like, it's hard to, even Haaland a couple of seasons ago for Man City, it's very similar. Like, you just know But Henry done it season after season after season, and that's the biggest difference between him and Haaland, as you see now. Let's see what a few others. Here's that goal, here's that Sparta Prague goal. Once again, look at the control, and that's it in real time.
When he scored the first goal the other
Look.
day, I just went to Lauren and I said, he's the best. Look at him.
That was in real time, and like when you see it in slow motion, you see how actually incredible it is. But that was in real time. Here's John Terry talking about him as a fierce rivalry between them two.
Would definitely be the toughest I played against. Used to have nightmares before I played against him. By far the best.
This is him actually playing against Chelsea. Look at the way he knocks it round players.
He's difficult to play against. Very, very quick.
That's
Yeah, he's quicker than anybody then.
Look, picture up here by the corner flag. Just effortlessly knocks it round the best defenders in the world, and then finishes it. Look, just walks around them.
One player that you were.
He just literally would pass it past you. He just passed the ball past you, and you couldn't get to it beforehand. He was just. Again, I keep comparing him to Torres, because Fernando Torres did it not as long, but there was 1 or 2 seasons for Liverpool where that goal there that we've just seen, like, watch this goal. This is against Chelsea as well. Watch this goal. So it's not this one. It's this one. See that? Knocks it past Desai and finishes it with ease. And Torres done that to John Terry, the exact same goal. And it was just like, but again, the main difference is that Thierry Henry did it for years, and consistently did it for years, week in, week out. Just an incredible footballer. And I don't think we'll ever see another Thierry Henry. I don't think we'll ever see anyone who was that effective. And even his game against Real Madrid, where he scored that solo goal and he got clapped off at the Bernabeu. Like, how many players in English teams get a standing ovation at the Bernabeu at the end of the game? Because Thierry Henry's got to be in that very, very small list of players, because he was just... You couldn't not applaud him. You could not applaud him. He was that different. And here is Arteta talking about him.
You felt that he was so superior to the rest that he could completely dominate the game.
He was the one with all the qualities,
What a spot by Arsene Wenger, by the way. Look at his movement.
Quick understanding of the game, but as well, he was a super athlete.
An athlete.
And his pace, his power was...
Look at the other guy. Looks like he's in slow motion. Look at this. Look at this. Look. The other guy looks like he's in slow motion here. Look. That's what Jamie Carragher was like playing against him. It just, Jamie Carragher looked like he was stuck in sinking sand or stuck in the mud. And Thierry Henry looked like he was on fast motion. And that's the theme of this video. To end this video, perfect way to end this video, because it is about how Thierry Henry looked like he could slow down time. And what an incredible player. And I've drawn and painted Thierry Henry before. I'm an artist, if you don't know. And I've got a huge collection of foam wallpapers that you can download for free of loads of different players as well. So if you want to check out my collection, hit the link in the description below. If you like this video, you might enjoy this video as well. And if you've got any other players that you want me to draw or react to, then put that in the comments below as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you, and have a boss day. See you later.